Hi, I'm Adam Eland. This is Friends You Wish You Had. We help lawyers grow their practice with a reality based approach to AI. That means AI strategies that are practical, productive, and safe. Also, no BS. So let's get into it. Today, I'm going to show you my system for writing blog posts using Claude. But you can use this for any kind of writing, and you can use it using any LLM, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever. It's really, the principle is the same. So I have a project in Claude here, and it's called blog post. So we'll get into it. Okay. Let's start with context. You need to give the model some information so it can be more nuanced with the responses that it gives. There are a lot of different kinds of knowledge that you could put into the knowledge base for the LLM about your company, about your clients, about your products, etc. But when it comes to the voice specifically, there are a few key elements that I've added that I recommend you do too. So the first is the ideal client profile. You've got to give it a sense of who it's talking to and be really detailed here. I have a description that's very specific of my target audience. And then I actually have a couple of sort of monologues that I wrote in the voice of my clients. So it gets just a sense of what their needs are, what they're worried about, and how to talk to them. The second thing is examples. You need examples when it comes to getting the most out of an LLM. It doesn't really know what good is. So examples help it do that. In the AI prompting world, they're called shots. If you have one example, it's a single shot. No example, it's no shot prompt. But we want to give it lots of shots. So I have this formatted with 5 good examples and 3 bad examples of blog posts. These are not my blog posts. They're examples that I've found. This is like a swap file. So I have each of these and I have them formatted in the same way so they're easy for the LLM to read. I have the name of the post, and then I have the link to it, and then I have what I like about it, and same thing about what I don't like about it when it comes to the don't do this. The third and final kind of key piece of voice-related information that I'm giving it is publishing instructions. This is the template. So something that a lot of people don't understand about LLMs is without any structure at all, when they're just wide open, they actually are much more likely to hallucinate. If you give it a format, something to put the ideas and the phrasing into, it's far more effective and it's less likely to hallucinate. So I have a very specific template for my blog posts that has a whole lot of different areas. And this is more than I would ever want for a blog post. Each section is different, and you see some sections have lists, some have bullet points, some have mistakes. I've got an FAQ section here. I'm creating every type of sort of section I could want in a blog post. And sometimes I'll have it create every single one of these sections and pick out the ones that I want. But often I'll instruct it to pick the ones that are most effective in delivering whatever information I'm asking it to deliver. Okay, so now I'm back in Claude, and you can see those 3 items that I just went through with you. They're all right here loaded into its knowledge base. Now we get to the prompt, and this is the secret sauce. This is the most important thing. How I layer the prompt is what I want to show you. Okay, so this is my prompt, and step 1, which is right here, I'm saying, what's its role? What is AI's role? Give it a role, give it a character, okay? And then step 2 here, this is what is the game? Okay, so every time AI is predicting, it's essentially playing a game. The game is chess. Here, the game is blog posts. So this is defining the game that we're playing. The game that we're playing is writing blog posts. And you are a content marketer working for my production company. Okay, now the next part, this is the rules of the game. Okay, so what I'm doing here is curating my knowledge base. So remember, I have this knowledge base over here, right, with these 3 different documents. Well, I need to tell it how to use those things. So you can see I'm listing the sections of my template and asking it to fill them out. I'm also saying a blog post should not automatically use all these sections, but the best combination to explain the topic. Then I give them a shot. I explain how that might work in practice. That's an example, remember. Okay. Now, the next point is my brand voice. I think this is a sneaky element that every company and every law firm should have, a foundational brand voice. Think about it like this. You have a logo, you have brand identity. Well, this is your brand identity when it comes to your AI voice. This is explaining in detail exactly how to talk as part of your company or your firm. And then I have writing execution guidelines. And this, to me, this is the real secret sauce. This is specific to blog posts. So you ask, what's the difference between writing execution guidelines and brand voice? Number one, your brand voice is universal. It's any time that you speak. These are the sort of foundational elements. Writing execution guidelines are incredibly specific to what you're trying to write. So these will look different for blog posts, and they'll look different for, say, newsletters or emails or anything else, a brief that you're writing. And how did I write these? Well, I wrote them with the AI. That's my final tip for you. That's the key element here. You put as much context as you can in, and then work with AI, collaborate with AI on how to use AI. So ask it, give it directions, have it write something, ask it to tweak it, work on it until you get it just how you want it, and then ask it to reverse engineer that prompt. And that's how you get your writing execution guidelines. So if you ask it, hey, what prompt would have generated this response in one shot? It will create a prompt for you, and then you can use that in your instructions. I put a lot of work into getting this voice just right. And because I do that, it's become an incredibly powerful automation for me.